Hey everybody, how's it going? What is up? It is me, Twister Windstalker. And this morning I played some Super Mario World, talked to you guys about stuff that you probably really didn't want to hear, don't really care about, whatever. And, that's fine, because what I said on the podcast about me getting the new Samsung Galaxy S21 phone is correct. I do have it, and I am currently using it to film this video. And I'm currently filming this in ultra high def on the front facing camera, which is but isn't 4K. I don't exactly understand, because it is technically 4K without actually being 4K. Now, if I flip the phone around, I can record in 8K. Now, I don't know how many of you guys out there have 4K monitors, but I am going to guess that a lot of you more than likely don't have 8K monitors, since they're so dang expensive. Because I wouldn't pay that much for a 8K monitor. I mean, it's funny. The Blackmagic cinema cameras are 6K, and this phone right here will do 8K if I'm doing the other direction. But, and then of course also 4K and 6K. But holy cow, I don't know how many of y'all would have 8Ks. Oh, I haven't told you guys about this yet. Let's see if I can get this. In the pond of pondness, as I like to call it, and you can see the tree, I hope. There we go, that's better. Has fell. And I don't know if it was due to the wind or just, it looks like it's, because if you look at this, and I probably should do this with the other facing camera, but as you can see in there, that looks completely rotted. And looks like there was really nothing holding this tree together for a very, very long time. And some of the really awesome strong winds we had just was enough to give it a gentle push to go over. So, yeah, that is interesting, to say the least. And you know what I've noticed, even though this is 4K without being the 4K, because I'm looking at my face on this thing, and wow, bro. I mean, I've looked at myself with this, the camera and everything, and then the video, but Lord have mercy, you can see the pores out the bananas on my face. Just look at that. You can just see, I mean, no matter how far back I push it, you can still see the pores, bro. I mean, this is supposed to be 4K without being 4K, because this is like whatever, the fake 4K, and you guys can see that much detail on my ugly mug. Holy sweet bananas, bro. I mean, for reals. I wouldn't really want to know what I look like in 8K, to be honest with you. Because if my ugly mug is this ugly in 4K, it's got to be 100 times uglier in 8K. Like, for reals. But I have decided to start walking. And I know I've done this in the past. And I've also decided to start exercising, which I know I've done this in the past. This morning, I got up to do the podcast. And as I said in the previous video, that was a disaster. Like, for real. So just say it's a disaster. And so I decided to do my Rhythm Boxing Fit, whatever it is, 2 video game for the Switch. And I gotta tell you, for a video game about working out, because I've done Wii Fit and I've done that balance pad thing where you do yoga and all that stuff. I gotta say, that was pretty tiring for a boxing game. Now, I do want to eventually get that Ring Fit or whatever that is, where you have the little ring that you hit the Joy-Con to, and then put the other Joy-Con on your thigh and you do exercises and all that. I do want to try that out, because it's a game where it actually has a story. You actually do stuff and you have to fight bosses and whatever. And that's the kind of exercising that is up my alley. Now, I am also going to start, because I want to get into this hardcore, even though I will see. I want to start walking every day. Now, I want to start out with 2 miles a day for a month, which I'm going to do Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Because I think that's a good starting point. And that's only 5,000 steps. Now, my ultimate goal is in March to actually do it 3 days a week and hit my 14,000 steps. Instead of 5,000, or almost 6,000, 15,000 steps, which is approximately 5 miles to maybe 6. I forget. I think for me it's about 5-6 miles. And that's one thing I want to do, is start walking. Now, if my heel, because the heel on my left foot has really hurt since doing it the last time, and that was, I think it was Friday. I think having the weekend to rest, of course, obviously I have to work Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Well, I work Sunday through Fridays, but I think having, the weekend basically to rest and heal up the foot and everything will be a good thing, even though I still have to work on Sunday. And the heel is feeling a lot better, because it was kind of rough to walk on it, but now it's So I think between the exercising games, where I do the boxing and the Ring Fit when I get that, and of course the kettlebell stuff, because I want to do the kettlebell stuff, and walking, those 4 activities a week, I think I should be able to drop 100 pounds by the end of the year, which is my goal. I want to go from 166.6 to 160. Or, no, I want to go from 266.6 to 160. So that is approximately 106.6 pounds I got to lose. Will I succeed? Will I do it? I have no idea. But since this is a crappy year already, and I have nothing else to do other than play video games, watch movies, take the wife to PT, and work and sleep, I think it's a pretty good, chance that this may succeed. Because I've already figured out, a good way to do the 2 miles. I may have even figured out a good way to walk all 15,000 steps. But that is what I really wanted to talk to you about the distractions of the video games, because I'm really excited for this. It's actually starting to get warm weather, even though the groundhog has apparently seen its shadow. So let's do this. And I'm going to start making videos for you guys. I'm hoping Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. So between the working out and the walking, I'm going to make videos. And then the podcast, of course, obviously is going to be on Friday night, Saturday mornings, which I'm thinking about bumping that up to twice a week. Just to be able to add more content. I want to do 3 times a week. I'm thinking Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays to do that. That way I can give you guys more content there. I want to give you guys more content here. I'm interested in doing videos on this phone. And if I ever get around to getting a Blackmagic cinema camera, making videos on that, because I'm debating between the 4K and the 6K. Because the 6K, apparently, you can do 6K video and then water it down to 4K video. Because I don't know, I mean, if you guys have an 8K monitor, obviously you can watch 6K. But if you do the 6K, then you can make better 4Ks. Because if you just do the 4K for somehow, some reason, just isn't that good a 4K or something? I don't know. I mean, it's kind of weird. But I think if I'm going to go in on this 4, 6K, 8K stuff, I'm going to go in. Which reminds me, I definitely want to try to film some 8K on this thing to see what that looks like. Even though nobody can tell because YouTube supports it. But, and I'm sure the higher end graphics cards than the one I have from my 6-year-old PC can run it. But I'm pretty sure none of you guys out there will do it. I just want to do it just once so that I can say, hey, I created at least one 8K video. And then, you know, the 6K, same thing. Because if you guys don't have an 8K monitor, you're more than likely aren't going to be able to watch 6K. So it's kind of a waste of a setting, but at the exact same time, you know, you have it. You might as well play with it and try it once or twice, or just sneak it in whenever you can, just because it's fun. Plus, it will go good with my Blackmagic ATM camera, which only actually does 1080. Apparently, it can't actually technically go all the way up to. So I'm debating, you know, if I get this, do I want to put it on my setup to do videos for you guys, knowing that I'm locked at 1080, really sexy looking 1080, or do I just want to take it out and make videos with it and all that stuff? The answers to those questions and more coming in 2021. Well, I gotta start wrapping this up because I'm pretty sure that the oven has gotten done preheating, and I'm able to put the El Pizza in the El oven to make the El Pizza for the El wife, because that is what she wants. Oh, you can flip it without it stopping. Oh, dog. Oh, this camera is so, this phone is so sweet. I didn't realize that. Oh, bro. You can flip directions and change cameras without it actually interrupting the video. Oh, dog. I did that on my old phone and it instantly would stop the video. Oh, bro, we gotta try this. I know this is silly to be excited about, but oh, we gotta try this, son. Oh, dude. Dude. Yeah. Oh, dude, it works. Oh, I'm filming in 8K, bro. And as you guys can see, that is what the inside of the tree looks like. And it's all the way out there in the middle of the ice. Ice, baby. And you can see the pond upon us. and the geese doing geesely things. And this is what, oh dude, that looks super sexy. Oh dude, I know the screen I think is only 1080, but oh dude, that looks so sexy. Oh man. Oh yeah, I know. I'm a noob when it comes to 4K because I don't really have, I mean, my PC, if I upgraded the RAM from 8 gigs to 16, which I'm wanting to upgrade to 32, can more than likely work with 4K. I'm not 100% sure it can handle 8K. With 32 gigs of RAM, maybe. But the graphics card is or was 4K ready at the time of buying it. So I'm sure it can do 4K rendering video and everything with that horsepower. 8K and 6K, no. I'm not 100% sure. I'm like 25 maybe. But oh dude, that was so awesome. I filled up the camera and it didn't actually stop the recording. Oh, I don't know why I'm so excited about that, but that is so awesome. Because my old phones, you could flip screen. Of course, it recorded in 1080, but even if you flip the screen, it just killed the recording. It was just boop. That was it. This, you flip the camera. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I know. Getting all silly over silly stuff, but hey, it's new to me, all right? I've never had a phone that was capable of doing this stuff. This is like this Samsung Galaxy S21 Plus, because I didn't get the base model. I got the second step up. I didn't go for the Ultra because they didn't mention the Ultra to me until after, everything was said and done. It's like, oh, by the way, we have an Ultra. And of course, obviously, I could have been like, hey, upgrade me to the Ultra. But I decided to stay with the Plus because this is the most expensive phone I have ever owned in my entire life, okay? And the Ultra, if I had gotten that, would have been the most expensive phone in my entire life. Because this, well, the base model would have been the most expensive phone I've ever owned in my life. Because I don't think I have ever paid more than like $200, maybe $300 for a phone in my entire life. So the base model of this baby would have definitely had surpassed that. This in-between model, which is basically the base model but better. Somehow, I don't exactly know how this is better. But then the Ultra. So if I upgrade again, I might go for the Ultra when they come out with the S22s. I might just go for the Ultra and just say, whatever. Because that sounds pretty cool to me, you know what I'm saying? And then that way, I will surpass the most expensive phone that I own right now, which is a really good phone. I'll surpass it and have the Ultra. Oh, the only difference between this phone and the Ultra, other than, well, the Ultra has 100 times zoom. So you basically, apparently can look at the craters on the moon, which I've tried the 30 times zoom on this thing. Holy sweet bananas. I can't imagine what you can do with 100 times zoom, bro. Like, for reals. And then I don't really know what the true difference between the base model and this is. Other than, I'm not exactly sure. I mean, I'm sure there's some thing that is better on this than the, base model. But, according to the specs, I'm not really seeing much, bro. I mean, all these have the octa-core, and apparently all phones are having octa-cores. So, but anyway, I gotta get the pizza. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. Deuces.